My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is January 21st, 2025. It is 2 a.m., 1:58 a.m. I probably gonna have two videos today, one for this channel and another one for Pt1. I have 11 tweets for Pt1 and 10 tweets for this video. So let's get going. This is the background. 4,503 subscribers, new subscribers. Welcome. Estimate revenue. Estimate revenue. There it is here. $105.13. And views in the last 48 hours, 1,965. So we'll be seeing some major changes going on. Not on my channel. Nothing special is gonna be changing. It's just that the way things are happening with what just happened to the U.S., the presidency, there's gonna be a lot of changes, and many of us, we should be very as a one person, as individual, we should take our who we subscribe to and what we watch very important, even though it's only you, but even they all add up. Other people's views, and what I mean by views, let's say you click on a video or you listen to certain things, it matters because they will be playing with our emotions. They will be playing with all of our senses. The reason I'm saying this, not only we see what happened with TikTok this past weekend, it's the way they're manipulating any form of communication to make us feel certain way. And I have seen how the UK operates. They play with people's emotion for you to act, to feel certain way, to view other people differently and things like that. So be very careful who you subscribe to. And I won't be surprised, you're probably gonna see a lot of recommendation from, let's say, if you are on YouTube, for instance, on Russians' YouTube channels, this type of things. Be very careful. Be very careful. They might be very relaxing or different things. Because I've already seen it. It's happening to me already. What I think they're gonna try to do now is that those Russian YouTubers, they're gonna make us want to watch their stuff. We will be the one who's paying their salaries or whatever. Meanwhile, the government is investing in our government to do the dirty work for them. I mean, it's hard to explain if you don't look between the lines. In those who have been watching my videos, I've been saying for a very long time, there's two movies that I've sort of compared. Olympus is falling, okay, happening from within. And this is where we are now. How we maneuver the next 4 years is up to us. We do not know. And there might be, there may never be another chance where our voice will be heard properly if what just happened in 2024 and the guy literally told us everything that we needed to know. And it's very sad that the Biden administration did not fight harder, because all the things were there. I don't know, maybe they didn't have enough evidence, but let's just say they played a game. not the Biden administration, the Trump administration, the people who, I mean, he has people everywhere. Okay, they play the game well. They manipulate the system. They find a way to do the reverse psychology on us, and we fall for it, and we didn't fight hard enough. So there may never be another way where our voice will be heard properly. If what just happened in 2024 was able to happen right in front of us, many of us were fully aware, and not only fully aware, they were telling us. They were telling us they doing it, but we didn't do anything about it. So let's leave it as that. Let's just leave it as that. Okay, so let's do the first video. We're gonna focus on Harry's case, the Murdoch, and things like that. Okay, there might be a possibility I might read an article. I think I saw one on the list. All right, so like I said, be very careful who you follow, and if you have to block certain things so they don't keep on recommending you. If you are on TikTok, be ready. All right, they all are on board to play the game. Okay, for them, these people, these business people, these are games to them. They want more money, but they cannot play it fairly. But they're playing with us, the little people. All right, so this is the first tweet. Rupert Murdoch has paid over 1,300 victims over £1.5 billion to avoid day in court. That was until Prince Harry. Princess Diana knew when she called him Good King Harry. Okay, may God continue to protect them, his safety, and may he wins the case. And let's just pray that judges stick to the law. Okay, to the law, because these people have money to undermine democracy, to undermine the rule of law. The people that Harry is suing. All right, let's see here. And don't forget Tom Watson. Okay, after all is said and done, I really hope Harry does something with this story, because the British tabloids certainly won't report on it fairly. American media will be hit or miss. Well, let's just say right now, okay, like I said in the introduction in this video, the US is pretty much another version of the UK. Whatever's been happening in the UK, you're gonna see almost the exact same thing, because all the key players, all the key holders to the news are all on the same page. We have to Byline. This is what I'll be looking at. Byline, and who else? NPR, there's a question mark, because actually it was trending earlier. I don't see it anymore. They're trying to defund NPR. So this will be one that will be telling the truth. Who else? The 19, but I haven't come across their articles, so I don't know what's happening. So we have to be very careful what we read and which sources we're getting our information. Forget all of the tabloid. Okay, People, Town and Country, Vanity Fair, those three outlets that Harry had invited to the travel listing, put a question mark on all three of them. Even though Vanity Fair had already shown itself, okay, we already know to avoid them. But the other two who have not showed themselves yet, still put a question mark on them, because these people are the same. All right. Good King Harry, indeed, the strength and courage this man has, Meghan really did help him see that he always has these qualities in him. Okay, like an innocent man wouldn't pay that much. He's guilty as sin. I mean, he knows. All right, this is a GIF, and that's a picture of Harry. But the UK claim he was, he was protected. I mean, when you think, this is something many of us, no matter your level of education, okay, no matter your level of education, the basic common sense always take precedent. Your senses usually you should take pride of your senses. if you feel like something is not right, there's a possibility it's not right. The nonsense that the UK media have said when Harry was, serving, like he had security or like bodyguard around him. But when you think about it, this is where the basic of everything comes into play. You are at a war zone. If he had security around him, what's the purpose of him being serving? So you mean he will have, I don't know how to put it. You are at a war zone. Your enemies, the people you're fighting with, they don't give a shit who the other people are as long it's not their team. They will shoot at anybody. So you mean security will be a bodyguard will be going around him as he's serving. Meanwhile, what about them? Them meaning that the bodyguards. So this is where the basic of common sense needs to come to play when these people are writing their BS. Okay? Both in the UK and in the US or anywhere around the world where you're reading, because they all are connected. Okay? Bojo sisters had warned us, the US and France, their journalism is too dull, is not entertaining, and things like that.
I don't want the press to be in the last chance saloon at all. I want to see newspapers thrive. This is my industry, and I think it's in all our interests that we have a thrive. And we got the most wonderful newspapers in the world in this country. You read the newspapers in the States or in France, they're very dull. They're not entertaining at all. I think that we can have both a serious and an entertaining press. And that's what I want to see survive. I don't want to see Prince Harry destroy the industry I love.
They will be creating a lot of nonsense for entertainment. So be very careful what you read. Okay, so this is a GIF. All right, so you're seeing him in combat, and you expect a bodyguard around him. So what about, bulletproof vest is not enough? All right, there's to comment underneath it. 100%, that's an ad, all right. All strength to Prince Harry. This takes courage. Go get him, Harry. Why overdue? And good luck to Tom Watkin. Yeah, that's the other person who's still who's against the Murdoch. And I think he was a politician or member of parliament or something. Prince Harry, a man of integrity, decency, and incredible fortitude. Like he said in some videos where it takes courage. Oh, he was talking to the Invictus. I think it was the Netherlands. It takes strength and it takes courage and all of that. I think that's when he was also talking about his the uniform. I'll put the clip.
Because to be role models, or the role models that each of you are, takes strength and it takes courage. When I talk to my son Archie about what he wants to be when he grows up, some days it's an astronaut, other days it's a pilot, a helicopter pilot, obviously. Or Quasi from Octonauts. If you're laughing, then you've seen it. But what I remind him is that no matter what you want to be when you grow up, it's your character that matters most. And nothing would make his mum and me prouder than to see him have the character of what we see before us today. You.
Whatever, I'll put the clip. All right, it is clear that Harry takes after his mom and William doesn't. I read somewhere where they said that William was trying to take Invictus from him or something like that. And this is the thing with these people. They want the finished product. Okay, but they don't have the mentality to start something from scratch. Even if they give him the Invictus, he will not know how to pop up or do the next thing to make it, innovative and be creativity. I don't know. They just want finished product, and then they want their name next to it, and then that's it. A good King Harry did. I will drink to that. After reading Spare, I have a lot of respect for Harry. And that's another thing that he said. And like the respect that how did he put it? Oh my God. My memory is horrible right now. There was something that he said in terms of respect. I think when the way he was born, the family that he was born, it's that a privilege. Okay, he has all the privilege, but he understands the privilege that he has. So to earn the respect from the people for having that privilege, he will do whatever he can for the rest of his life to earn the respect of the people. Something like that. I'll put the clip. He have said it in many different ways, but it's somewhat like that. But I'll put one of those the one that I find quickly. That's the one I'm gonna put.
New spin on it from the youth. As a prince, you're born at birth with a natural platform to be able to try and make a difference. Yeah, which a lot of people have to spend years and years and years getting to that point. So from that perspective, I'm very lucky to have a platform to be able to try and make change in the causes that mean a lot to me, but also to you guys. And I'm still in your generation, by the way. But at the same time, as I said, being born with a lot of privilege comes with a lot of responsibility. But I like to think that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life earning the respect for that privilege and trying to make a difference for the rest of my life.
All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay. I feel like I skipped something here. All right, next tweet. Where is it? Next tweet. Okay, so there's no response to this, and it's a video. I stand with Prince Harry, and holding the British media to account, the mission continues. British media, reform now. All right. And the U.S. just put itself in there. But there are some that's fighting back. Let's just say that. It seems like in the U.S. what the current administration is doing, either blackmailing some of them to comply so they could lie to the people. And there are some journalists who's resisting. So that's a good thing the U.S. has. Okay? At least we have that. But the tabloid that Murdoch have already bought, and he bring in some of the UK people to run some of them. So these are the ones we need to be careful. Okay? And probably some young and upcoming journalists, supposedly out of college who need money, probably will be trained in that aspect to learn to lie to the people. So these young people better be careful. The money, a few bucks now, to ruin the mind of so many, and then you don't know when God decided to call you. You don't know how long you're gonna live, and then you poison the minds. So just keep that in mind as you write your pieces, or just don't work for these people, because you don't want to infest the population and then you living in it. That's the thing here. We only have this world. This earth is ours. So you don't want to poison it while you're living in it. This is the thing many of them don't understand. You living in it. Even if you go out of this space, okay, out of, let's say, Mars, you take those Elon Musk thing to live out there, I don't know. Why would you want to do that when you're going to have to put things to help you breathe and all of that? So that's a different story. But the key thing here, you're living on Earth. You are sharing this earth with so many people. So you can't be poisoning the mind of the groups that you're going to be living with. Because eventually, if you're poisoning their minds, they could turn on you. So just be careful. All right, so let's listen to this.
We have uncovered and proved the shockingly dishonest way in which the Mirror acted for so many years and then sought to conceal the truth. In light of this, we call again for the authorities to uphold the rule of law and to prove that no one is above it. That includes Mr. Morgan, who as editor knew perfectly well what was going on as the judge held. Even his own employer realised it simply could not call him as a witness of truth. His contempt for the court's ruling and his continued attacks ever since demonstrate why it was so important to obtain a clear and detailed judgment. As I said back in December, our mission continues. I believe in the positive change it will bring for all of us. It's the very reason why I started this and why I will continue to see it through to the end.
I think he was reading a statement.
We have
Oops, let me
uncovered
pause.
and
I think he was reading a statement from Harry. Let me see. Best of luck, Prince Harry and his legal team. Yeah, I think he was reading a statement that Harry put out. And when, they said that he had enough evidence for the lawsuit to proceed. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. There's no comment. Okay. News Group, for the first time, will be defending itself against allegations that its journalists and executives were involved in or knew about unlawful news gathering, wishing Prince Harry continued strength, drive, and luck over the coming weeks. British media reform now. All right. Good luck, Prince Harry. There are some comments. God blessing Prince Harry. Evil will never triumph over good. It seems like it may not be. I mean, each time we think the light is gonna shed, but the devil, they don't give up easily. So as more it proceed, and hopefully those who are blind will see the light. I don't know, but each time I think we almost gonna get to the to the foundation of things, or we think things gonna go one way, but the devil push through, and we need to keep on fighting because they're not gonna give up, and our prayers must always continue for the Sussexes. I increase the screen. Okay. God bless Prince Harry. Evil will never triumph over good. I wish him so much love and luck in the world. This is immense, and he is David to their Goliath. No matter what happens, we praise his bravery. Can you imagine if the brother was on the same page as him? This would have been so strong moving forward, but they trained the brother to be a weak person. And that's all these people want. They don't want things to go fairly. So they weaken. I mean, they play tactically in a way that, unfortunately, I have to say, but they look at the board. Let's say you're playing a game. You look at the board and see where each and everybody is. So they know who to weaken and who to strengthen, and then move each one of their, either if it's gonna be their opponent or their allies. They play that thing very effectively. And then this then start all of a sudden. It was systematic. For the royal family, it started since the Queen Father died. From my humble opinion, this is the way that I see it. And then they weakened and they started Charles at a young age. And then they move up to his son, which will be the heir to the throne, which is William. And now the mistake that they made, I don't want to say it, and I think you know, okay, the one that's fighting. They never pay too much attention to him. So don't be surprised that William's son, kids, are probably already being trained. So whoever, and this is not new here, I've said this before, whoever's going to marry into the royal family, well, the women, okay, there will be two women that allegedly will be marrying in, okay, because William has two sons, a legitimate one that is recognized by the institution, that be very careful. I mean, the warnings are there. You have William's mother, Princess Diana, who went through some shit, and then you have Meghan. You see what they're doing to her. So whoever's gonna marry any of these boys, hey, whatever happened to you, because it's very clear. It's playing right in front of you. But for the girl, on the other hand, it's different for men. Okay, they're probably gonna get a corrupt one already to marry in with her. So who knows? So the women who's gonna marry in, be very careful. But everything else was very systematic from the time the queen's father died, and then they sent the queen overseas, travel and stay away from the son, and then meanwhile they're training the son, which is Charles, to be the weak of a person, afraid of everything. And then when Prince Philip tried to intervene to strengthen him, to be tough, hey, they cut his wing. You're not well, it is blood when you look at the history of things, but in terms of being born in the UK, he's not the king pretty much. He was not the king, so they cut his wing. And then they moved to Charles' son. Now, Princess Diana was strengthening him, showing him the way. If you work for the people, you do this for the people, you will be, the kind of a king that will be good for the country. Look what happened. Okay? They did not want that. And then you see the same thing is happening with Harry and Meghan, working for the people, doing things for the people. They don't want that. So this was systematic. They were looking at the board, how to do certain things, how to manipulate people to be where we are now. And then if we don't be careful, it will get worse. I mean, my generation, to suppress our voice, to not tell the next generation what needs to happen. This is why many of the channels that's telling the truth, that really, I guess, make people think, they do not want people to do that. But the ones who's doing the vile, the negativity, the toxicity, yes, that would be training for the next generation. And they lure them with money and all of that. So if you have young kids, yes, you need money. Don't get me wrong about this. You need money to do different things, good and services, to get around and all of that. But it's not everything. Character, have a self-respect. You need to teach your kids that, because outside of the home, they're teaching them something else, luring them with all this material stuff in order for them to comply to the negativity. All right, so that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, let's read some of these and then that's it. Praying God's watchful eye and guidance, and especially wisdom. Amen. Wisdom is very important. Okay, doesn't need luck. The truth he speaks will always triumph. The world is with him. That, yes. Okay, but these other people, they don't play fair. This is the thing we need to understand. Our prayers must always there to back up. Okay? Yes, the truth. Do you think these people care about the truth? These people, meaning that the one he's, fighting against, they don't care about the truth. He's telling the truth, but are the people, the judges, are they for the truth? So this is where our prayers will walk in. So if they decided to not go along, so this is where our prayers come in to make them trip on their own, whatever it is that they planning on doing, and then the truth will come out. So we need to keep on praying. Johnny Depp told the truth. This is another example. Johnny Depp told the truth in the UK. He proved his case. The other person lied. They saw the lie. He tripped on her own word, saying about the TMZ thing.
Or was close to him. Basically, I didn't want him to find out online that I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically saying I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
You slipped up there, didn't you, Miss Heard? You let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
TMZ is the same outlet that you released the video of Mr. Depp attacking the kitchen cabinets the day before this deposition was taken, wasn't it?
I didn't do that. I don't
TMZ
know how
owns
to do
the
that.
copyright to that video.
Did Johnny Depp win in the UK? No. Did Johnny Depp win in the US? Yes. He proved his case again. So our prayers is needed. Okay. We are praying for you, Harry, and Meghan too. Good luck, Prince Harry. All right. So let's go to the next one. All right. Always pray, keep your prayers at hand. Never abandon it. Because we're not dealing with honest, truthful people with integrity. They don't care about any of that. They're playing right in front of our eyes. They don't care. They just want the power. They want, to be in control of everything. They'll do anything. All right. So this is, yes, we do need to pray. All right. So this is People Magazine. Maybe I'll read part of it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.